Drop a yes in the comments below. Oh no, if you've ever stopped yourself from selling, you've made an excuse, giving yourself a reason why you're not selling. Maybe it's because you think, oh, you know what? I can't get up and do that Facebook Live today. I can't get up and do this video today. Or I can't show up on LinkedIn today because I don't have makeup on. Or I can't do this because I need to lose weight first. I can't do this because I'm too old. Over the last 18 months, I have heard so many different excuses from women, not just women that come into the prosperous womb, not just me, not just my colleagues, but in masterminds, just everywhere. Excuses why it's not the right time to do the thing. Excuses why we're waiting to do the thing that God has called us to do, especially when it comes to high-ticket coaching sales and selling at your highest level. Because people think, my life has to be perfect as a relationship coach. My life has to be perfect as a weight loss coach. My life has to be perfect as a business coach. I need to have made $1 million before I can go do the work that God has called me to do, has equipped me to do for my clients, and has absolutely nothing to do with me. So 2 weeks ago, and I've talked about this particular issue before in different ways, and on my other channel, but on this channel, I really want to dive into it because it's important for us to understand that who we are is not what we put on our skin. Who we are is not what people say we are. Who we are is not social media applause. Who we are is who God says we are. And when we forget to remember that, we underprice, we undercharge, we dilute our messaging, we don't show up and serve at our highest level, we show up on platforms we don't need to be on, and we sell offers that are not our offers. Okay. So here's the thing. I was at a meeting or an event 2 weeks ago, and it was for women coaches over 50. Women coaches over 50 who are selling high-ticket coaching offers or who want to sell high-ticket coaching offers. And my role at this event was to share with women that when you're 49 or 50 or 55 or 65, there is no limit on age. God does not retire us. And I don't care what midlife crisis that you choose to go through. It doesn't stop you or give you an out from being the woman that God has called you to be and to serve the people He's called you to serve with, the offers that He's called you to serve with. So you don't undermine yourself and then go sell a 10K off and distract yourself from God's work and God's blessings because you don't get the approval and validation that you want from social media, online, or from your family, friends, or clients. So the thing was, Mimi, how do we as women who are everybody in the room was between 49 and 55 years old. We're all moms, and some of us have kids who are 25 years old, 30 years old, and some of us have kids who are 6 months old, 10 months old, and some of us are planning to get pregnant. You know, I have young kids. I'm planning on having more kids. So for me, it's important to realize that no matter what age you are, it's simply a number of the number of years and the wisdom that you've accumulated through the years. And to not let the devil distract you by allowing the greatest gift God has given you, your time here on earth, one of the greatest gifts God has given you, to use that as a beating stick for yourself to stop you from doing God's work. I digress. So the devil knows how to distract us. He distracts you all the time by saying that you need makeup to get on camera, by saying that you need to know this and this, you need this script, you need this strategy, that you need the how before you can do the thing, that you need $1 million in your bank account before you can invest in high-ticket coaching for yourself so you can up-level your work. There's so many things that the devil distracts you with, and one of them I've realized is age. He knows how to distract you from your life's work by making you feel not confident, insecure, by making you feel like you're invisible, like nobody sees you anymore because you're 50 years old. I remember when I turned 49, and one of my colleagues said to me, Mimi, are you going to start wearing makeup now that you're middle-aged? And I said, babe, I have 3 more kids to give birth to, and who said I'm middle-aged? I am the age that I am, the number that I am. Because when you tie your age to your self-worth, it's the same thing that you do in your coaching business, where your relationship to numbers starts to screw up your packaging and pricing. Because you start to say, oh, because that number sounds big, I should charge this number because it's smaller, more reasonable. No, your age is simply how long you've been on earth. What a gift it is. I lost my dad when he was 49 years old. And to me, he was a baby when he died, and he was the absolute love of my life as a father. And I loved him so much. I remember making myself a promise. I was 10 years old, and I made myself a promise. I said, I can't wait to be 49 and 59 and 69 and 79 and get to do all the things that Dad would have probably wanted to do and enjoy the whole world and all the blessings and gifts that God has for me. What a privilege it will be to do what I love to do at those ages. So how dare you? How dare you undermine the gift that God has given you? Okay, I digress. When you don't sell high-ticket coaching simply because you think you're too old and it's for the young girls who are, you're young until you're 100, babe, and you think, I'm too old to do this, I'm too old to do that. No, you're not too old, okay? But you don't have to listen to me. You don't need the makeup, you don't need the validation, you don't need all those things, but you don't have to listen to me. All I'm inviting you to consider is that when you don't price your offer at the highest level because you think you're not good enough, you're not confident enough, you're not worthy enough, you are giving away your power. You're giving away your power to get approval from people that you're not even here to serve. People who are not even part of your assignment. People God has not put you here to look at. You are giving away your approval. So you're constantly trying to impress people when God has already given you the validation that you're seeking on social media. But why? I invite you to look at your business and your life and see, am I trying to make them like me? Am I trying to make them think I'm pretty? Is that why I'm packing all this color on my face? Am I trying to make them think whatever? Do I want applause from people who I'm not even here to work with? But why? Why? So that is a distraction, again, from your messaging. Because now you're going to dilute your messaging and whitewash your messaging to fit the approval level of the low IQ people that you're trying to please on social media. It's pseudo-intellectual BS. And it takes away from the work and the person that God says that you already are. But one of the things that I really wanted to bring out in that gathering 2 weeks ago was that, we like to pretend that like we're some kind of victim of our age or our confidence or the way we look or our teeth or our hair or whatever it is that we're using to beat ourselves up, the stick that we're using to make ourselves feel like crap. We like to make ourselves feel like victims. But here's what women, especially women, here's what women are doing online when they pretend to not know the thing, pretend to be too old, too young, not confident enough, pretend for somebody to say, oh my gosh, no, you're amazing. It's a form of manipulation and control. That means they're using that same manipulation and control, their children, in their marriages, in wherever, to get what they want. So when people want to manipulate you and control you to buy, one of the things they do is, oh, I'm too old to do this. Oh, I'm not confident enough. And then you start saying, but you are. Oh my gosh, but you're so amazing. I wish I could just do like half of the things that you do. It's manipulation and control. And it gives them some sense of validation and satisfaction. Then they don't show up and do God's work because they live off of the validation, the applause that they get from social media. Yeah, you're so awesome. Keep showing us your money. Keep showing us your Stripe accounts. Keep showing us how fabulous you are. Then we're going to accept you. And then when our stupid idiot minds decide that we don't like you anymore, we'll bring you down, and then you feel like crap, and then you want to kill yourself. Don't buy it. You think they like you? Nobody cares about you. People want what they want. You're here to serve them and give them the thing that they're here for. Give it to them. They simply need to know that the thing exists, that you have it for them and you're willing to sell it to them right now, and that you trust yourself to do the work, and then they get to trust you to trust themselves to say yes or no to you. And trust themselves to do the work because they see you as a partner, as a leader on their team, who's on their winning team, to support them to have the baby, to marry the husband, to buy the house, to make $1 million months, to do the thing they're here to do to make their relationship better, to be able to parent their kids in a different way that allows them to have a beautiful relationship with their children. That's what they want from you. They're not here to like you. And you should not care if anybody likes you. Jesus loves you. No one has to like you. And so you need to trust yourself enough and support them to do the thing they want and take the attention off of you, because it's very me-centric. It's me. I'm old. I'm this. I'm that. I need makeup. I need to go lose my accent. I used to say that all the time. I need to go fix my teeth and lose my accent and straighten my hair out and comb my hair. No, I am who I am. It is what it is. The third thing about this is allowing the excuse to keep you away from doing God's work is you basically letting somebody else's reflection of how they see themselves affect you, and you've made it your own truth. So if people say to you, I used to get people a long time ago on YouTube who would say, girl, you need to put some makeup on. Girl, you need to put some lip gloss on. I have family. Oh my gosh. I have family members who say to me, who don't even watch my YouTube videos because they go, you just need to, if you could just take care of yourself just a little bit. I'm like, well, I showered. They're like, no, like put some makeup on, some lip gloss on. No, I'm not. I just lick my lips. It's good. I'm good. So you're letting somebody else's reflection and insecurity of how they want to show up in life affect you and then stop you from selling the offer that God has put you here to sell. That's on you. You got to do better. We got to be better and do better. And stop allowing people to influence us to be afraid, to be not who God says we are, to be version 2.0 of some guru coach online, to be version 5 of our mastermind sisters. No, 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 no. It's not okay. You see, to God, you're everything. But here you're a blip in the universe, okay? So why are you so concerned about what everybody else thinks about you? You're a blip in the universe. Just do what God has called you to do and then just go. Sell your offer. Go to high-ticketwomencoaches.com and download the High-Ticket Coaching Offer Playbook. In that playbook, you get to midwife the gifts that God has given you, the real gifts that God has given you. There's scripture in there, there's support in there for you to not need validation from anyone while you're doing this. Take the space to invest this time in yourself. It's a free playbook. Take the time to download that playbook. Midwife the gifts God has given you. Identify what those gifts are. Who are those gifts for? Package and price them at the highest level. What is the future lifetime value of those gifts to your client? What's the future lifetime value of her losing 100 pounds and having that healthy baby? What's the future lifetime value of her over the next 20 years? Of her being married to the love of her life? What's the future lifetime value of her quitting alcohol, quitting smoking, and quitting sugar, and reducing her chances of having breast cancer, and living the next 25 years doing the thing that she loves, getting promoted, traveling the world, and loving her children, her family? What is the future lifetime value to her making $1 million months every month for the next 20 years? What's the future lifetime value of that? That's the value. That's what we'll focus on. Not what they say we owe. Oh my God, Mimi, you wear too much yellow. Yeah, get over yourself. Stop watching. Whatever it is. Don't let anybody tell you anything that God doesn't say about you. And you know, this one's not really funny, but life's not long enough. 100 years, 200 years is not long enough for you to worry about what people think. You know, I like to joke with my family that the day that God was given, I give a damn out, I missed that day. I was probably asleep because I don't give a damn about what anybody thinks about me. I used to, in a way, because for so many years I didn't show up on video because I was like, you know what, I need to fix my teeth, I need to learn how to wear makeup first. And you know, for women, for us, it's like this makeup, they're like, what's that even about? And then one day my coach said to me, what if you just be the coach who remembers who she is and just shows up on camera and doesn't care about what anybody else thinks and just does what God says she does, because you claim to walk by faith and not by sight. So why are you worried about what people are going to say? Be the woman that you say God says you are and just go do the thing. So I showed up on camera and I started doing that, and I haven't looked back. And because of me showing up on camera, so many women reach out to me on camera, on YouTube, and say, you know what, Mimi, can you help me not wear makeup? I can't help you not wear makeup. My only job in this world is to support you to remember who you are, because when you remember who you are, you realize that you are the permission, you realize that you are the validation, you realize that you are the guarantee that it's going to work, and you realize that you are who God says you are, which means God is who God says He is for you and your coaching business and for your clients, and you are who He says you are. So you get to do the thing He says you get to do, regardless of what anybody else says, thinks, or imagines about you. Well, let me know how this one lands for you in the prosperous womb, because it matters, because what you offer, what you sell, who you sell to, who you work with, how you price, how you package, how you market, how you message, and the way you sell and understand your clients, it's all tied to what you believe about yourself. And you can't go any further than you believe about yourself. So I hope this lands for you in a way that supports you to sell your high-ticket coaching offers. And remember that even if you're over 50 or 100 years, 500 years, people still want to buy what you have because they don't care about what you look like or how old you are.